Hello my Scrappy friends, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters and thank you for joining me for a COAPA Cutfiles design team layout. So I'm starting this layout with this piece of paper which I pulled from my stash and I'm just showing you on the back. It's a Karen Foster Designs number 60534 Tooth Fairy Words and it is from 2004. So I am pretty impressed with myself that A, I remembered I even had this piece of paper, and B, that I managed to get it used because it is a little bit of a tricky piece of paper to use. It is very busy. The green is kind of like an obnoxious lime green type color, which is not the most beautiful color in the world, I'm not going to lie. And there's just so much going on this page. So I wasn't sure how I wanted to use this piece of paper, but I started with it, like I got the photos and then I got this piece of paper and that is how this whole process started. And then, of course, I popped over onto the COAPA Cutfiles, a Facebook page, Etsy page. And, of course, there are so many appropriate lost tooth Cutfiles there that I was almost spoiled for choice. I think she's got about 4 or 5 tooth related Cutfiles, which is amazing. So I knew straight away that I definitely wanted the Tooth Fairy because it is cute. Possibly could have cut it a bit smaller for this particular page, but oh well, done's now. And then I decided later that I would like to include the My First Tooth cut file as well and use that as my title. Once I had those on the page and the 2 photos, I was like, this is kind of done. I don't really know what else. Do I need anything else? What do I do here? I really sat on this layout for quite a while because as a minimal scrapbooker, I absolutely think you could have put this into your album and called it done with the 2 photos and the 2 cut files. I think with how busy the background paper is, you'd done more than enough. But it wasn't hugely my style to stop there. Generally, I like to include some form of embellishing. I don't generally like to leave it like this. So I really thought about it. I sat on it for quite a while. That was when I came back and actually got the inside pieces of the teeth, again, that would normally be the rubbish, and covered those in the Tim Holtz grit paste, which I love, side note. It's kind of like clear sand sort of stuff in a paste. It's amazing. And so I covered the 2 little pieces of teeth in that and popped those up on foam inside the title. And I'm like, maybe that's enough because they're kind of embellishments too. But in the end, I decided to go with florals. And, where's your go-to place for florals? It's Pink Fresh Studios. So I pulled out all of my Pink Fresh Studios. I have quite a few of the collections and quite a few random bits and pieces of their collections, and I've just got them all shoved together in a little baggie. And in the end, the florals and the words have mostly come from keeping it real. The color scheme was just pretty spot on with the background pink paper. The background pink paper is a Heidi swap that I just had in my scraps, in my pinks and reds scraps bin, but it was a pretty perfect color match. And I felt like the sentiments in that keeping it real worked pretty good for this. It was things like so many feelings and so important and reality bites, which worked really well. The little circle elements are not from keeping it real. I can't remember which one they are from, but still one of the many beautiful Pink Fresh Studio collections. And I think that is enough. Like, it's so simple. All 3 of the clusters are exactly the same. They've all got a circle. They've all got a word. And they've all got a flower cluster. The sizing obviously varies. You can see that I swapped over. I had that So Many Feelings one up with the tiny cluster up in the top, and I felt like that didn't work, so I just swapped that tiny word phrase over just to have the smaller phrase. Then I pulled out all of the enamel dots that I've got. I adore these enamel dots, but I have a lot of them, and happened to actually have the Keeping It Real enamel dots, which is perfect because then I knew the color match again was just going to be 100% spot on. And so I put two, a large one and a teeny tiny one with each of the 3 clusters, just trying to change up the colors a bit, tying it all in together. And I decided no splatters, which is truly unusual for me, but this layout is busy. The background paper is very, very busy. So I really wanted to keep everything else as calm and as simple as possible. So I didn't want to add to the chaos by including splatters. And I'm really happy with how this ended up coming together in the end. So thank you for watching, and I cannot wait to share another layout with you soon.